Hello Aces and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. So today I'm going to show you how to build the Havilland Canada Dash 8 100. So this will be a series of 3 Dash 8s I will be making, starting with the 100 because it was the first designed one. And then we'll make the Dash 300 and then the very well known Q400 or the Dash 400, which can also be called the Q400. So this is basically very similar to the Dash 7, which I already made a tutorial of. You should see a little card in the top right corner, and there'll also be a link in the description if you want to check out that tutorial. The only difference is that this plane has 2 engines rather than 4 engines. And if you know most about quad airplanes, they're not as efficient as twin engine airplanes. So, and also at the time too, there was a really bad oil crisis where oil was very expensive, so having 4 engines was not very helpful. So de Havilland Canada went back to the drawing board and made a twin engine version. But they also upgraded it has different engines than the Dash 8, so they upgraded the engines, they upgraded some of the systems on board to make it more advanced and everything. So it's a cool airplane, built in Canada obviously, and being a Canadian, you know, I have to build these Canadian airplanes. So, but yeah, so I should mention, now you've probably seen the showcase video of this thing, and you're probably wondering, it looks very different if you've seen that. Now, the reason why is because I've actually went back to the design, and I've actually added a lot more details. So, you're going to get a much more detailed one. So, if I fly, you can see the layers. You can see the layers. It's not very hard, this tutorial. If you've done the Dash 7, it's pretty well very similar to the construction is very much the same. Again, with the new details and stuff. Now, obviously, I did not build my Dash 7 with these details. So, but because these designs are very similar, you could just basically do the changes that you'd see on this plane on the Dash 7. And you could tell what I've changed on it. So, anyways, if you want to build this airplane, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need black wool, buttons, white wool, cobblestone wall, quartz slab, black stained glass, spruce door, glass, yellow wool, block of iron, black stained glass, red sandstone slab, quartz stair, nether brick slab, and an iron bar. So you do need quite a bit of materials, but a lot of that's for the detailing section and everything. So anyways, let's go over here and let's begin. Okay, to begin, you are going to place a black piece of wool here, and you're also going to place another one right here. And then you're going to grab your cobblestone wall, and you're going to go up by 2. And this is going to create your forward landing gear. And then with this white, you're going to grab white wool, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on the back, so you're going to have 6 on the front and 26 in the back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to leave 2 blocks. And then you're going to drag this back by 2. And then you're going to have another 2 like that. And then this is going to connect to the front. But we're going to do the front first. So you're going to do the exact same thing on the front as on the back. You're going to leave 2 and have a 2 here. And then you're just going to connect this with the back section. Like that. I'll do the same thing on the other side. So we'll start with the front. So you're going to leave 2 and have 2. And then leave 2 again and have another 2. And then we'll just go to the back. This just makes it easier because then you can just connect it across. So you're going to leave 2 on the back. And then you're going to have 2. And then you're just going to connect this all the way down. Like that. So that's what you should have. Pause this if you need to, and if you get a bit confused, just rewatch this part. And then all you're going to do is basically just fill this in. Yeah, you're just going to fill this all in. So do that, and we'll get on to the next part. Well, actually, there is slabs we have to place on this layer. So, but fill that in, and we'll place the slabs. Okay, so one thing before I forget, I'm going to place buttons on the sides of the black wool blocks. And if you wanted to add some more detail, you can always add some item frames. And you can kind of make like little rims too. So you could do this and then place some item frames in here. So you could do that if you wanted to add a bit of extra detail. But what you're going to do now is you're going to grab your slabs, and on pretty much every corner you're going to have a slab. So on the front you're just going to have slabs here. You have slabs here and here. And then right here you're going to leave one block. And then this is going to go all the way down. And I believe if I just take a look, it should be, it's 2 blocks on the end. Okay. So 1 block on the front with these slabs, or 1 slab on the front. And then you're going to go all the way down until you're 2 blocks short of the back. And then right here, you're just going to add slabs into each one of these. You do the same thing here, add 2. And then you're just going to drag this all the way down. I mean, all the way forward. Just like that. Alright, perfect. So that finishes the very bottom layer. So now we're going to get to the next one. Okay, for the next part, you are going to come to the front and you're going to have a 2. And then you're going to have another 2 and then another 2 like that. And then you're just going to build this up too as well. Except this one, you're going to go all the way back until you hit the slab right here. And then you're going to come 2, 2, and then you're going to have another 2 on the back here. And then you do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to have 2, and then 2, and then this is going to go all the way back. And then once you hit this slab right here, you're going to come in, have a 2, and then another 2. Now, I just want to make sure it's a 2 or if it's a 3 on the back. Yeah, it's just a 2. Alright. So now what you're going to do is you're going to grab your slabs, and you're going to come on the back, and you're just going to have slabs. Slabs filling in all these little gaps right here. Now, there is no slabs on the front, because this is where the plane starts to go in a little bit. So if we just go to this area... Just want to see how to make sure how to do it. Okay. So you're gonna need this is where you're gonna need your black wool. So you're gonna fill in 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 like that. And then you're just gonna fill in this. And then you're gonna go 1, 2, and 3. And then this is gonna go over where the landing gear is. This is gonna be your cockpit floor. And you can also, if you grab do we have a nether brick slab? Yes, we do. So if you just grab your nether brick slab, you're just going to place one right here. And then you can place your cockpit walls just like that. And that finishes layer number 2. Okay, for the next part, you're going to come to the front. So you're going to skip these 2 blocks. You're going to have a 2 here, and then you have a 2 here, and then right here, you're going to have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But then joining onto this one, you're going to have a 2 like that. And that means you can also build up your cockpit wall here. And then just on the front, you're just going to have some slabs on these parts, like in the inning parts. So you should have 1 block exposed. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to have 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 2 more here. You can build up your wall again, your interior wall, and then you're just going to grab your slabs like that. Now for the back... Now, this is the layer for the windows and doors, but we're going to place them after we get this layer in, because it'll just make it a lot easier. So you're just going to drag this all the way down, and then once you hit the slab here, you're going to go 1, 2, and 3, and then you're going to have 2, 2, and then a 2. And I just want to make sure that that is correct. So where we are now is we are currently right here. So actually, no, we are not at the... No, we're up here. So yeah, 3, 2, 2. Oh, and 3 on the back. It's a 3 on the back. So you're just going to have a 3 on the back there. And then same thing on the other side. You're just going to drag this all the way down. When you hit the slab, you're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then you're just going to have a 2. And then a 2, like that. And then with these gaps, you could just fill it in with your blocks. Now it's up to you if you want to fill in the slabs as well, but this is the very back of the aircraft, so within the interior you won't really see this part too much anyway, so it really does not matter. So, but anyways, now what we're gonna do is oh yeah, and actually I think there are slabs at the back. Yeah, there are. So just in these places here, there are going to be slabs. I don't remember, is there a slab on the back there? No, there's no slab on the back, on the very, very back. But you're just going to have a slab here. So this is pretty much where the plane, I think, ends for the tail to go up. Oh no, there is a slab. Yeah, there is just one slab on here. So yeah, never mind. Place a slab. So now what we're going to do is we are going to cut out for the doors and windows. Okay, so just before we get started on the windows and doors, you're just going to fill in this. So now we're going to get to the windows and doors. So for that, you're going to have right where you got your cockpit walls. So this block that's right here, you're just going to delete the 2 of them. And you're going to place in a door. Now you should have 8 windows on this side. So 1, and you're going to skip 1 each time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you're just going to fill this in with 8 windows. Now the other side door is actually not in line with this door. So if I go to my layers, I'll just show you what I mean. So this is where we are right here. So you can see this door is actually offset off the other one. It's not exactly even with the other one. This is actually because I think in the front here on the real plane, there is a galley here. And there wouldn't be a door right in front of it. It would just be a little bit behind it or in front of it. But in this case... So, yeah, so that's the reason. Now, obviously, depending on what airline you make this, they all have different configurations. But if you look at real Dash 8s, you look at both sides, their doors are not actually even. So, I've never flown on a Dash 8 before. But if you have, let me know if that's actually the case. But, yeah. So, anyways, we're going to place it. So, you're going to skip 2. And then you're going to have the door here. So, basically, this door will be right in line with this window. And then you're just going to continue the same pattern until you hit the very end. So this side should have 7 windows in total. So this side has 8, this side has 7. And then what you're going to do for the very back is you're going to skip 1. Now this you can adjust a lot later. But you're going to place a wall here. Now what this is behind here, this would be the baggage hold on the airplane. And you can also you can make it as big as you want. I would make it about like up to here. I'm going to make it up to here. So you still got like 3 blocks for a space. Because obviously this plane wouldn't carry a lot of passengers. Now, near the end of the tutorial, I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning. But I will show you how to make it with the baggage door open. So if you wanted to have this thing at an airport where you're loading baggage into it, like it's at the terminal, I'll show you how to do that. So, but that will be at the very end. So now, that layer is done. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, for the next part, you're going to come to the front. So you have these 2 blocks here. You're just going to place 1 right here. So basically on that part we filled in earlier. And then you're going to have a 1, and then you're going to have a 2, and then a 1 right here. And then you're going to have a white wool. And then you're going to go all the way down on top of the windows until you hit this slab right here. And then you're going to come 2 over. So it will be even up with the next slab. And then you're going to have a 3, and then a 2. And then you're going to have a block of iron right here. And you're going to have a button on this. Now what this is the airplane's APU, which stands for Auxiliary Power Unit. So this basically gives the plane power without having to start up the whole plane, like the engines and all that stuff. So now we'll go back to the front and we'll do the other side. So you're going to grab your black stained glass and you're just going to have a 1, and then a 2, and then a 1. Now, you also could use normal glass if you wanted to. I just like to use black stained glass just for a more tint look kind of thing. Also a more modern look as well. So you can do the exact same thing on this side. You're just going to drag this going all over until you reach this slab here. And then you're going to have a 2. If I can actually place that. There we go. 2 and 2. Like that. Or no, it's a 2, 3, 2, like that. Yeah, so it's 3 and then 2. And then you're just going to fill in these little gaps here. And you can also build up your walls as well. So I'll just build them up. And now we'll get on to the next part, which I believe is the roof of the plane. So we're almost done with the fuselage. And then we can get on to the wings and the vertical stabilizer and horizontal stabilizers. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, for the roof of the plane, you're going to come to the front here. You're going to have slabs on all of the windows, on top of all the windows. And then you're going to put a slab right in here. So you're going to make like a T shape. And then you're going to grab your white wool. And you're just going to, for now, just fill in the cockpit like that. So then with these slabs right here, you're going to have 7 slabs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you're going to grab your white wool blocks, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you're going to grab your slabs again, and this is going to go all the way down until it is too short of the end, right here. And then you do the same thing on the other side. So you're just going to drag this all the way down. Oh yeah, you're going to have 7 slabs. So 1, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you're going to go all the way down with this one until it is 2 blocks short of the end. And then you're going to grab your blocks, and you're just going to have 2, and then 2 blocks. And then this is going to go over, and it's basically going to be a 3 over. And then right in here, you're just going to have 2 slabs in there. So do the same thing on the other side. So right at the end, you're just going to have 2 blocks and 2 blocks, and have a slab, and then a slab in here. So now what you can do is you can basically just fill in the whole roof of the plane. Now, if you're wondering why we placed these blocks here, this is actually to get ready for the wings, because the wings are actually a bit elevated over the fuselage. So this is kind of the base for the wings. So that's what basically these are here. So basically just fill this all in, and then the fuselage will be completely finished, and the wings will actually be the next part we do, and then we'll end off with the vertical stabilizer for the build of the plane. So do that, and we will get to the next part. Okay, so this is what your fuselage should look like once you have filled in the roof. So the fuselage is now done. So now we're going to work on this upper portion of the wings here, like the little thing up here to get ready for the wings. So for that, you're going to grab your white wool. You're going to come to this set of 9, and then you're going to skip 2, and you're going to go right here and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you should have 2 and 2 on the ends. And then you're going to go 1, 1, 1. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to skip 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're just going to connect this. And then you are going to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Connect that as well. Then you can just fill this in. So you can just fill this in on top. And then you're going to grab your slabs, and you're just going to place them on all the edges. Like that. So there we go. So there is kind of the setup for the wings, and now we're actually going to build them. Okay, for the wings, you're going to come right to this block here. So this is going to be your 1. You're going to have 26 in total. The wing's actually 27, but it curves in a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And then your 27th one is going to come in, and you're going to have a 3. And then you are going to drag this all the way back like that, and then you're just gonna fill this in. Now, I would actually, I'm not gonna build the other wing in this tutorial just to kind of cut time. So, but it's the exact same thing. So just make sure to put 26 going that way. Your 27th block is like your 3 here. You have a 3 and then go all the way back. Actually, we'll just do it just so you guys don't get confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And then your 27th will just be a 3. And then you're just going to drag this all the way back. Yeah, I just wanted to show you this just in case if some of you guys get confused, but I'm not going to fill this all in on camera because that'll just take way too long. So you could just fill this in, and then we're going to get the engines in. Okay, so next is the engines. Now I do want to, before we get started on them, I do want to talk about them a little bit. So these engines are, I wouldn't say they're complicated, but they're going to be probably tricky for me to explain. So first of all, I do apologize if I go back and forth between this build and this one just to see how they are. But I'm only going to build one side of the engine. This will not only cut time on the video, but it's also the same thing. Now, if you do, let's say, build one engine, and let's say you do build the other side and you get a little bit confused, just rewatch me build this engine, and you could build the same thing on the other side. So, I just wanted to mention that, just to get that out of the way. So, what you're going to do is you're going to come to the wing here, and use a placeholder block just to count. So you're going to count 5 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the 6th block is where your engine's going to go. So you can then delete your placeholders. So you're going to place a block here. This is going to be where your engine's going to be. And then you're going to go 3. And then you're going to grab your stairs. And then you're going to have 3 stairs right here. And then you're going to go down by 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to have stairs again here. And then you're going to have a 1. And then you're just going to basically trace this going up. Like that. So you should have a 3 in here. And then this is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Now I just want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. So again, apologies if I have to fly back and forth. I just want to make sure. Oh, it's actually a 2 block. See? That's why I have to do that. Okay, so get rid of this part. And you're going to make sure you have 2 blocks, and then you're going to cut your stair out like that. And then you're just going to have your block like this. So now we're going to recreate it a bit higher. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the reason why I'm leaving a gap here, because this is actually where the landing gear is going to go. So let me just go back to here so I could see what we're doing. So you're going to have a slab and then a block. So you're going to have a slab and then a block on top of that. And I think it actually comes out. Yes, it does. It comes out. And then you're going to have some stairs. Now, I believe the stairs do curve in. Yes, only at the last part, though. So on the back here, you're going to have 1, 2, and then it curves like that. And is there a slab in there? Yeah, there we go. There's a slab in here. Do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, and then you're going to turn that stair, and then quartz slab here. And then just on the front here, you're just going to join up the stairs. And then you're just going, I think this let me just check to make sure before I actually do it so I don't mess up again. Yeah, so this just goes all the way back. Okay. So this goes all the way back right up to here. And then this goes up to here like that. And if I continuously look. So now what you're going to do for the actual kind of exhausts for the engines, you're going to grab your black wool. You're going to come back by 1. So you're just going to place 1 back here. You're going to have a button on here. You're going to make this go 2. And then you're going to have a 2 connecting this. But this is going to then connect all the way to the front like that. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're just going to have your 2 right here for the wing. And then you're just going to drag this all the way like that. And then in terms of slabs, there are just 2 slabs in here. And I believe there's 1 block. Yeah, there's 1 block here. And then there's going to be slabs on this part right here. So that finishes the back part of the engine and the front part of the engine. Now, obviously, we still have to do the propellers, but we're actually going to do the landing gear first. So for that, you're going to need your cobblestone wall. Okay, so it just comes down. Okay. Yeah, this is why I have to go back and forth. This is why I said I have to, because I want to make sure I get this correctly. So you have this big gap in here. So you're going to grab your black wool. And, well, actually, you can grab some white wool. And you're just going to build this up like that. And you're going to build this up here. You're going to have black wool in here. And then you're just going to grab your cobblestone wall. You're going to drag this down up to the ground. And then you're going to have 2 black blocks here for your wheels. And if I just take a look, it's 1 up from here. And then it's 2. And then this just goes up like that. But I've also thought of another thing you can do as well. You can actually move this black all the way down. Actually, yeah, you can actually just, like because this is the engine exhaust, if you grab this all the way down, if you cut into here, you can just drag it all the way across. And this will kind of connect the exhaust with the actual engine that would be located in here. And then for your engine, you can just put like blocks of iron in here. So for your engine. Okay, so that basically finishes the engine casing and all that stuff, and we put the engine inside. So now we're going to do the prop. We're going to do all that stuff. We're going to do the prop, and then there's a little intake there. So we're going to do that, and then that will finish the engine. Okay, so to put the prop on, so we got these 2 iron blocks here. You're going to place 1 here, and you're actually just going to place it up until here. So you're going to have an extra 2. So that will make your engine. You're going to have a black block here with nothing on it. You're just going to have a black block. And then you're going to come out by 2. You're going to have a button here. And then you're going to grab some yellow wool. And you're just going to make a little pattern like this. And then you're going to have a 2. And then you actually have 2 black blocks and then 1 yellow. 2 black blocks and a yellow. Now, if you feel like your propeller is a bit too large, you can shrink it and you can just have it like this. So you can have it just 2 like that instead. I'm going to do what I did on mine here. But yeah, if you feel your propeller is a bit too, if you feel this propeller is too big, you can shrink it down if you want. So you're going to just do this. And like that. So that finishes the engine. So do you guys see why I only wanted to do one side? If I did the other side, this tutorial will be probably at least like another 5-10 minutes longer. Maybe not that much, but like it will at least be around 5 minutes longer. So like I said before, if you felt that this part was a little tricky, which as you can see, it kind of was, because I even had a bit difficulties trying to explain it, like I did warn you before. Oh, there's actually one more thing before we finish this. We need the gear doors. So one more thing before. So you're just going to put in 3 here and 3 here. So that will make your gear doors. And if you really wanted to, you can also place a slab on either side of that. So yeah, so as I was saying, yeah, so if you don't, like, let's say if you had a lot of difficulties building this the first time, and you want to build the other side engine, I would recommend rewatching this part over again, just so you can just redo the engine as I'm doing it. So yeah, just rewatch that. But as you can see, if I would have built 2 engines, this tutorial would have been so much longer than it needed to be. So anyways, now what we're going to do is still focusing on one wing. We are going to do a little bit of these wing details. So we're going to do a little bit of these wing details and all that stuff, and then we will get down to we will get on to the vertical stabilizer and horizontal stabilizers as well. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to grab some black wool, and you are going to place it right here. So you're going to eliminate those 4, so these 4 white blocks we had, you're just going to replace them with 4 pieces of black wool. And then right here, you're going to have a plate. You're going to place your black wool here, and it's going to go all the way down until it's 1 block short of the end. And if you're wondering what this is, it is actually a material to prevent ice from building up on the wings, is what this is. So one detail that I actually just added, if you see right now, I added some navigation lights to my plane. So if you grab red stained glass, so this side of the plane, the port side of the plane here has red. So red, and then I'm just going to do the other side, and then on the starboard side of the aircraft, you're going to grab your green, and you're going to have some green here. So these will just make some navigation lights. If you have mods to actually add, like let's say if you have different colored torches, you can actually place them on here. So that would actually probably look really nice. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do these kind of underwing details right here. I think these are... yeah, these are the pylons, and these actually control the flaps. So now I will not be showing you how to build this thing with the flaps down, but you guys can maybe figure that out how to do it. But I'm at least going to show you the placement of them. So it's pretty easy. They're pretty easy to place. So you're just going to go on the outside part of the wings. So on this block right here where the engine is, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then on the 8th one, you're going to have 2 slabs here. You're going to have 3 slabs here, but these 2 are going to be doubled up, and then you're going to have a slab at the end of this, and then you're just going to have another slab on top. And then you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the 6th one, you're going to have the exact same thing. So you're going to have 3 slabs, double up these ones, have a slab here, and a slab right there. And there we go. That basically finishes the wing. So, like I said before, do all this detail on the other side. And once you have done that, then we will now get on to the tail of the plane and the little tail wings on the top. So, and that will basically complete the actual build, and then we'll just do all the little details after. So let's go do it. Okay, so for the vertical stabilizer, you are going to come right to the end, and not counting this block, you're going to go 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to go this way now. You're going to have 11. So counting this block, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then you're going to have a stair here. And then you grab your quartz slabs, and this is going to drag all the way down to attaching onto this one. And then you're going to leave a 3-block gap, so 1, 2, 3. And then I believe if I just look here, yeah, so there's a slab. So you're going to have a 3-block gap. There's going to be a block in here, and then another 3-block gap. So you're just going to fill in that. And then on this 4th one, so you're going to have a 3-block gap here. This is going to go all the way up and connect onto this one. So before I do anything else, I just want to explain this to you just to make sure it makes sense for you, in case you guys get confused. So you're going to start here. You're going to go up 8. So 8 will be up to the very top. And then from here, counting this block, you're going to go 11. So you'll have 11. Then you have a 3-block gap, 3-block gap, and then you're going to go straight up like that. And you're going to cut this block away, and you're going to have a slab on here. So now we're going to get onto the little detail. We're going to get onto the stairs and slabs here. So you're going to have a stair here, slab there, stair here, and a slab there. So that's how it should look right there. Then you're just going to fill this all in like that. And let me just see. Okay, so there's no slab. You could technically place a slab if you want it to make it look like this. But when we place the horizontal stabilizers, we'll see if that would look good on it or not. So, these horizontal stabilizers will be the last piece of the build, and then we'll be basically done. Then just onto the detailing section, all that stuff. So, okay, so for the horizontal stabilizers, you're going to come right to the tip top of the tail, and then you're going to have it on the lower part, the slab on the lower part. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then you're going to have 10. So but you're going to have actually 9 going straight, and the 10th one is going to turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you're going to have your 10th one, which is going to just be a 2 like that, coming out. and then you're just going to connect this back here. There's the same thing on the other side. So remember, on the lower part, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then your 10th one is just going to turn. You have a 2, and then this is going to connect back into here, and then you can just fill this in. You just basically fill this in, and then you're going to grab your nether brick slabs, and you're going to leave 1 block gap, and then you're just going to drag this all the way down until it's 1 block gap, or I should say 1 slab gap. So you're going to have 1 slab gap, and then you're just going to drag this down to here, just like that. So about that slab on the end, this is what it will look like. Just keep the block in. It just looks nicer. I mean, if you really wanted to as well, if you really want to make it look more smooth, you could probably place a stair in as well. But the block actually does look the best. So keep the block. So that finishes the entire basically structure and the exterior of the airplane. So, well, actually not all the exterior, but all the basically the main structure of the plane and all that stuff. So now what we're going to do is all the little details that you see, like the little sensors and all that stuff. So we're going to do all that. And then I'm going to show you how to make the cargo door open. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's get to it, and then we'll finish this build. Okay, for the detailing section, you're just going to come to the front, and you're going to have a 3 block gap, so 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to grab your quartz stair. You're going to have it facing this way, so like an L shape, like going to the back. You're going to skip 1 block, and then you're going to have a red sandstone slab. Now what this is actually the aircraft's beacon lights. So these would basically flash when the plane is ready to depart, really. Now, if you really want to as well, you can grab a redstone torch, and this will work just as good. It'll actually probably work a lot better anyway. And you can even maybe even make it flashing if you put some redstone up here. But you won't be able to place it underneath, unless in the newer updates of Minecraft that allows you to place upside down torches. So anyways, you're going to do that for the top here. And then for the bottom, you're going to come right to where this wheel is. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on the 9th, you're going to have your slab here. So this goes kind of right where the wings are and the engine is. Now, one thing I actually did forget to place is there's 1 block that goes right on here. And that's for the wheel cover for the front. Yeah, and unfortunately you can't really... Actually, I think the gear mostly folds forward. So if you really wanted to, you can actually cut this out and have the gear forwards. So you can do that if for your landing gear, if you wanted it to like fold up or so. So anyways, what you're gonna do now is you're gonna grab some buttons, and you're gonna come right to the middle window. So you're gonna grab to this window right here. So it's not really the center window because there's no window in the center. Actually, let me just take a look at what I did on mine on this finished one. Okay, so it's actually the one right here. The beginning part. Okay. So it's right here. So you can count in 1 block from on the wings, and you're gonna place a button right on here. Now this is actually for an emergency exit door, and there's also one on the other side as well. So right on this one. So you're just gonna skip 1, and it's right on that one as well. So you're gonna place a button there. So now we're going to do the cargo door, the baggage door. So if you want it closed, all you're going to do is you're going to have 2 buttons right here, and that's it. But if you want it open, you're going to cut in 2 of the blocks here. So you actually have this like nice opening. And then you're going to come to the top here, and you're just going to go 1, 2, and 1, 2, and then you're just going to have 2 buttons on the top here. And then with your iron bars, you're just going to make a L shape like that. And I think it's like that. Let me check. I say I think because I'm not 100% sure, even though I did check this thing earlier. Okay, I see. It's just like 2 1 patterns. Okay. So if we come back to here, So it's basically just going to be like this, and then like this. There, that's how it looks right here. So you got a little space for your little baggage compartment. As you can see, it's quite big, but obviously, depending on your configuration of the airplane, you might have it like you might have a back lavatory. You might have a lavatory at the back, which would probably take up a little bit more space. So it'd probably be like something like this. But these planes, especially the Dash 8 100, did not carry very many passengers. So you can, so if you limit the bag space, it'd be fine. It'd be completely fine because there's not a lot of passengers on this thing anyway. But yeah, that's if you want it your door open. So if you have this thing down at an airport and you maybe want to have like little airport vehicles around it, and you can have the door open. So anyways, that finishes the build. Okay, that finishes this build on the de Havilland Canada Dash 8. So if you did enjoy this tutorial, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more builds like this, and stay tuned for the Dash 300, which will be the next one, and it'll be basically the same plane, just a little bit bigger. But anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next video later.